Hey everybody, Drew's Apiary here. Today, let's see, it is April 17th. So, happy Easter to everybody. And I'm out here at this property because this past Thursday, this past Thursday was the 14th, I was told that late at night there was a swarm that had already moved to the front of my little defensive hive right up there. And some of you may already see what I'm already showing that's hanging from the front. I'll get to that in a second, but I was not able to take care of it these past few days. I've been out of town, which is unfortunate. Just got back in town today and hurried over here as quick as I can be. And unfortunately for me, the swarm that was out on the front, where you can kind of see it, but the defensive box is right there in the treehouse. The swarm was just grouped, clustered on the front of it. You can kind of see some bees flying in and out. So I'm gonna go in there and check what that's all about. But the hive, the swarm left today though. So I just missed them, and they would have been so easy to scoop up, and now they're over in the neighbor's yard. So we're gonna be going over there in a second and trying to see if we can reach them or not. It's a very small swarm, but that's where they're located. And what's crazy is I've never seen this. This is crazy to me, but they started drawing out wax on the side of the treehouse. So they weren't even fully moved in to that house when they decided to leave it be, leave it alone, and they had been drawing wax outdoors in the rain and in the cold. So very odd, very bizarre. We're gonna go over there right now, try to see if we can get this swarm, and then if we can, great. If we can't, you know, it is what it is. And I'm gonna do a quick check in that box, because like I said, bees are going in and out. I don't know why, but maybe there is a small swarm in there. We'll come to find that out here in a second. Most likely one of mine, most likely red hive. There's a chance it could have been one of the middle ones, like green or blue or yellow somehow. I mean, I was out here a week ago and there were no indications that they were going to swarm. Didn't see any you know, capped queens, but I know there was capped queens in the red, so possible an after swarm was thrown and it resulted up there. But I just found that fascinating that they thought it was a good idea to build wax in the outdoors, not even in an indoor, like not even in that box. So let's go take a look and we will go from there. All right, it's kind of hard to tell, but they're right up there. I'll try to circle it in the video if it allows me, but right on a branch. You're gonna see me with my little pole stick trying to swat them down. I don't recommend doing this, but I am gonna be going up a ladder. It's a flat surface, but again, always try to be grabbing swarms if you can from ground level. This is not something you should be doing. I'm gonna be fully in a full suit, and yeah, so we're gonna try to see if we can knock these ladies down and move them in somewhere else. We'll see if I can even reach them or not. But all right, here we go. All right, y'all, wish me luck. All right, not looking forward to this. It's always fun to catch a swarm, but it's never fun to catch one of your own swarms. And again, I can't prove that that's what this is, but I'm willing to bet money that this is one of my own. So guess we'll find out. Got him. So obviously, if you saw that, I know it took a little bit. Instead of being able to get them, and there's still a little bit more of them up there, I was able to hook the branch and shake them. So I'm gonna do that a few more times while they're up there. Whole load of them splat out right into there. So kind of see them in there, but they're in there. I gotta see if I can find my queen. But see them all chilling in there. So I'm gonna look for a queen here in a second, but let me do a few more shakes. See if we can get the rest of them and go from there. We're up here on the deck. You can kind of see there's probably something in here. Here's that wax we were talking about, fresh wax on the side of a deck. There's definitely a lot of bees coming in and out, so I'm expecting to open this up and see a normal hive full of bees. We're about to find out. I may cut these things out and attach them to some empty frames, just like take out the plastic foundation and use rubber bands and attach them that way. But we'll take a peek inside and see how it looks. And then I've still got this box full of bees right here. I don't think I got my queen. That swarm's still up there in that tree. I think this is just a thing of bees, but we're about to find out once I go inside. So let's take a look. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Go grab my hive tool just so I got it. There's some bees in here, but not enough to have said that a swarm moved in. It's kind of interesting. So, for so many to be going in and out of this, I find that very odd. I guess scouts are just checking it out. I'm going to take this plastic foundation off and, like I said, do that attaching I was just talking about. And then I'll update you all, but like I said, this doesn't look like anything moved in here. There's bees checking it out, a lot of them, but no substantial colony size. So that's still them all up in that tree. All right, everyone, it's actually the next day now. It's April 18th, day after Easter. No luck, like I said, on that swarm. I was able to get half of them out of that tree over there. Kind of see, hopefully, a little bit in the video. You know, kept shaking them down. Was never able to get the, the queen to come down with them. Just too high up there. So it's probably a lost cause, unfortunately. Probably in those situations where, if they come lower, great, we'll get them. But I don't have enough leverage on that tree branch to bring them all down with the queen. Wasn't able to get the queen to come with the rest of the swarm. So we're moving on, unfortunately. But today, the things that I didn't get done yesterday, I'm going to super up the orange hive and the tiny red, give them a little bit more space. I think they'll probably need it. And I am probably going to check green now, see if we have a new queen. And again, one more time on red, because and I'll do red last. Actually, no, I'll probably do red first, only because if I don't see a queen in there, I need to steal some brood from like either yellow or blue or something like that to give to red so they can try again. But again, most likely the swarm we kept seeing was from the red hive. It was probably an after swarm. So I would find it surprising that they would swarm without a replacement queen in there. So fingers crossed. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but that is the plan of attack today. So let us begin. right, everyone. Literally, final frame, red hive. Final frame. I was getting ready to give up hope. I do have a queen. She's very small, still not laying. Okay. See if I can find her again. Wait, I think that's her right there. Yep. Right there. I'll try to circle her. I'll try to bring it a little closer. So right there. She's right in that grouping. Bees right on her back. Oh, that did not. I did not like that. Me blowing air on them. That's her right there. Running away. So, I guess I don't need to steal resources. She just isn't big enough to lay eggs yet, which that does happen. So, this is still a huge population of bees in here, but I'm gonna get her in here real quick. Let's see, make sure I see her one more time. Yep. Yep, she's a tiny one. Very odd that she's on a pretty much an empty frame with like nothing on it. So let's put this all back together and hope for the best by next week. But I just can't believe there's still this many bees in here, folks, after so much time of them not. I mean, the brood break has been absurd for this hive. This has probably been over a month, if not right at a month. So they've had way too much time. There should be very few bees in here. Get that in there. Take some doing. Now that I know I've got a queen, I am going to put a queen excluder on because I want to find her a lot quicker than the next time. That took forever. Oh boy. So I'm not going to mark her yet. She's too young to mark. I don't want there to be a situation where they're still not used to her yet, especially me thinking that this hive has swarmed already once. But yeah, no, that's something. It's just frustrating that I don't have a laying queen yet. I mean, so I am going to actually, this hive has been honey bound for basically a month now. They have packed this thing to the gills. I'm going to get so much honey off this thing. I am going to throw another super on here, an empty one, put them to work because they have so little left for them to work on in my supers. So, and they've got still a huge population. Their population is obviously going to dwindle to catch up with the other ones. It's going to take a little bit of time for this queen not only start laying, but the next generation to come in. So definitely got to keep a close eye on them. But yeah, so I'm going to super them up and move on to my tiny hives, check on them. All right, so you probably saw through the time lapse. Basically, I just finished working on the two little ones. So orange, which if you remember, orange was the old green hive. And then, or actually, I'm sorry. Yeah. Orange was the old green hive. And then green, right, or I'm sorry, the little red rock, obviously that's our old red hive. I'll double check if that's correct. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. I'll also have to go back and watch an old video. But either way, in summary, orange one's packed to the gills. They definitely need to be supered up. Obviously saw egg, didn't look for my queen. I'm sure she's in there, but they were packed. Green wasn't as packed. I'm sorry, this little one right here with the solid bottom board, little red, wasn't nearly as packed as that orange one, the former green hive. But I still want them to expand out. There was still a good amount of bees. There was brood, didn't look for the queen, but I'm sure she's there. I'm moving to green right now. If you remember, green right here is our one that we split. I waited a little bit longer than usual to check for a new queen. So there's a chance there still isn't one. They could be in the same bizarre situation that the old red hive was in, where I had almost a full month of no queen replacement. Either, like I said, they're either swarming or whatever. But what's so bizarre is I don't really notice a loss of bees in my old red. I mean, it is packed. And again, they have had a brood break for a month. So that blows my mind. I mean, I'm gonna see that population dwindle definitively over the next visit or two, you know, like the next week or two of me doing a check. There's gonna be so many less bees in there just because they're gonna age out and die. There hasn't been enough replacements coming in. But green, I'll be really curious to see where they stand in that regard, if they're in the same boat, because it shouldn't take that long to get a laying queen, but who knows? So we'll go into green. I'm not sure if I'm going into yellow and blue today. If I do, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be looking for. I guess it would just be swarm prevention again. That would be about it. And, you know, again, it's possible that that swarm that's out up there isn't one of mine. I just think it is. It could be from one of the other ones. I just believe it to be more of a red issue. So we could be surprised, but let's go into green. Let's see if we have any eggs or not, you know, and then we'll move along from there. All right, everyone, that's pretty much it for today. So I think, I'm trying to remember where we last led off. I know I was talking about the green hive. Pretty much there is, I didn't see sign of a queen. I think it's in the same boat as how red was. But again, it looked like there was maybe like 3 eggs. It looked like they'd already hatched. They had like kind of the hole on the end. So again, whether we have a situation like red where it might take a little bit for us to get an established queen, I don't know if that one is the one that after swarmed. But again, 3 empty cells. I think there was one more whole one left. So there was only one more potentially brand new queen that can come out of the green at this point. Don't know where the other 3 are. They could be gone. Maybe they're in there. Did not see them. But I didn't want to take a chance and take that last one and make like a tiny 2-frame split with it. So just gonna leave it there since I didn't see the other queens. If I saw another queen in there, like a virgin queen running around, I would have taken that new cell, made a 2-frame split with it. Blue, let's see, what do I want to say about blue? Not much about blue, pretty much the same. You know, it's pretty normal. As you notice, all these hives I've supered up today. They've all been, I mean, we're definitely in, I wouldn't call it a heavy flow, but we're definitely in a flow. And these bees are definitely drawing wax out like crazy. So I'm supering them all up, give them more work to do. And, you know, I've got so many empty, undrawn super, both boxes and frames, that the more of that they can do for me, the better. So put them to work. Yellow might have been hard to tell in the time lapse, but I just had to split today. So, you know, we were out here a week ago, did not see any issue with yellow originally, but today I noticed a lot of cells with larvae. So that swarm impulse never died. It's kind of a shame because, you know, the past month, blue and yellow really slowed down. They'd almost like what I thought was going to be completely stop, and it just took them a little bit to get to it. But sometime in the past week, they filled those, they drew out some cells, and they filled them with eggs and larvae, and so they're on their way to swarm. So I took the old queen of yellow. She is now in that little 5-frame nook right there. I gave her 3 frames of resources and 2 blanks on the sides. Again, I'm not too worried about the blanks because, again, these bees should be able to draw that out pretty quickly, but just something I wanted to share. So original yellow queen is over there. So again, we've got a lot of bees that we had to split this year, which would have been nice if I didn't have to. I know it's more bees in the future, but it also is going to impact the honey crop. I'm still going to get, I think, a pretty decent one, because again, like, red's just loaded with honey. Right now, I would say from green hive over through red, I probably have 8 super boxes loaded full of honey. So I mean, I'm gonna get a honey crop this year, which is good, more than last year. But I would have even gotten even more had I not had to do a bunch of splitting. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for today. You know, it's still a shame that I never got that. You know, was able to catch my swarm. I was just barely out of reach. Otherwise, I'd have it. But yeah, that's pretty much the status update on all these. Is just supering them up. So, hope you all have a good day. Take care. See you next week.